good to go? Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today or for streaming this at a later time. And welcome to George Brown College. So before we start, I'm going to ask that everyone keep their mics muted, and there'll be time at the end of the presentation for questions. We are recording today's presentation, but we'll stop recording before any student questions come in. So let's get started. So my name is Rima, and I'm one of the academic coordinators at the Academic Support Program, and I'm co-hosting this presentation with my coworker, Sarkar.
Yes, hello everyone. This is Mohammad Sarkar. I'm also academic coordinator of Student Association of George Brown College.
So today we're going to talk to you about what we do at Academic Support and how we work with students facing unfair situations at the college. So over the course of the next 15 or 20 minutes, we're going to talk about the Student Association, the Academic Support Program, some common academic issues and questions we hear from students, and lastly, what you can expect from working with academic support. So to get us started, I'll turn it over to Sarkar.
Thank you, Rima. Hi, everyone again. Now I'm going to share briefly about your Student Association. We are the student union representing the interest of all George Brown College students who are our members. We focus on representation, advocacy, events, and the delivery of services with the objective to strive towards a high quality education. We voice students' perspectives on issues to the college and all levels of government to contribute to improve our GBC experience. Our vision is to engage with students so that they can be empowered to take their own decision, act according to their plan, and have a world without discrimination and injustice. Consequently, we will live in a just world. The question is how we will achieve our vision. You can find it in our mission statement. Our mission statement says that we are committed to supporting each other and the students of George Brown College in the struggle for students' rights, the pursuit of quality education, and the provision of services in a safe, accessible, and equitable environment. If you identify keywords from our mission, you will see there are three key words: student rights, quality education, and services for all. Our commitment is to fight for student issues, those affect their success and student lives. We take actions to ensure quality education for all, and we offer and ask services those are free from any barriers, safe, and equitable to all. Student Association, yeah, sorry, go ahead. So Student Association offers various services through our different programs, such as health program, financial legal services, student nutrition, an access program, community care center, Safe Work. Academic support program is one of them. Academic support program is part of Student Association. We work towards as a vision and facilitate empowerment initiatives for students to fight for their rights. We are available in all GBC campuses. You may ask the question what we do from the academic support program. We listen to students' issues and help them to find out the relevant GBC policies. College has more than 40 policies, and it is difficult or maybe challenging for students to identify the relevant policy to address their issues. We are here to help them. We make them understand their rights and responsibilities according to the specific policy so that their issue can be resolved. We teach students to learn self-advocacy skills and techniques in order to make them their own advocates. Resolving an issue can be time consuming due to the bureaucratic process. That's why we always work with students to resolve their issues with their faculties. And if the issue is not resolved with their faculties, we advise them and we work with them to resolve it with their program coordinator or with their program chair. This way, students can address their issues at the lowest and most immediate level and avoid the time-consuming next process. And now I'm inviting my colleague Rema to share some experience so that you can find out the relevancy of our program for you. Rema.
Thanks, Sarkar. Yeah, so like Sarkar said, we're going to take a closer look at some of the common student issues and questions that we get at academic support. So on your screen here, you're going to see a pod of cartoon faces. These are our students, so let's hear what's on their mind. So our first student is saying, I'm not sure what to do. Who can I talk to about this? So no matter what type of academic issue you're facing, or even if you're not sure if you're facing an academic issue, we're here, we're available to talk to any student and hear what's getting in the way of your participation in a course or a program at GBC. So when a student comes to academic support, the staff they work with, all of whom are either current GBC students or recent graduates, will explore the types of support we may be able to offer. And students are also invited to tell us the types of support that they would like to receive from us. If academic support isn't the right fit for someone or the issue that they're facing, we also try really hard to connect them to an office or person or organization who is. So our next student is saying, as a student, what rights do I have? So like employees in a workplace or residents in a country, GBC students have rights within the college community. Academic support specializes in knowing what your rights are as students and how you can exercise them. So our next student is asking, does this stay on my academic record? So another common question that we hear from students is what happens next in a college or policy process? So academic support is committed to demystifying these processes for you so that every decision and step that you take is an empowered one. Our next student is asking, my assignment or exam grade is unfair. Can I do something about it? So one of the rights that you have as a GBC student is to fair assessment. So another type of question we hear from students, and a common academic issue that we hear about, is an unfair or a mistake grade. So academic support can work with students to identify what makes a grade unfair and the college approved ways to regain fairness. Our next student is asking, how do I talk to my prof about my academic issue? Resolving issues can be intimidating, so we do work with students on an individual and confidential basis to help you build your confidence and focus on talking with faculty and other GBC staff. Sometimes that support can look like having a practice conversation with you, joining meetings for moral support and record keeping so that you can really focus on that conversation, or providing feedback on applications, paperwork, or even emails before you send them. And lastly, we have a student asking, what about international students? So there's no one type of student or one type of issue that we work with. We want to hear from anyone at GBC who's having an academic issue. So, and we understand that different students have different situations. So our approach to resolutions are based on your individual goals and circumstances. So now that you know a little bit about the types of issues and common questions that students have for academic support, we're going to talk a little bit about what working with academic support looks like. The first is contacting us. There's a few ways to do that, and the main way being through our online contact form. The contact form is quick. It takes on average 5 minutes to fill out and asks basic questions such as how can we contact you, a bit about your program and course, and there's space to share with us about your academic issue and how it's affecting you. After you reach out to us, a support staff member reviews your form, does a little bit of research on your issue, and gets back to you to set up a meeting time. Students like to meet with us over Zoom or Microsoft Teams. Others like talking to us on the phone. Just let us know how you'd like us to contact you. So when you meet with support staff, the next step is to explore your options. The support staff that you meet with will be interested in what desired outcome you have and anything you've done to try to resolve the issue on your own. Depending on your issue and the steps you've already taken, support staff might be able to provide you with options for a resolution during the meeting or shortly afterwards. Next is to take action. After meeting with academic support staff, you'll have a sense of your rights, options, and the steps you could take towards a resolution. Deciding whether or not to take those steps is up to you, and support staff can work with you through the decision-making process. And lastly is wrapping up. So the amount of time that you work with academic support is up to you. Some students work with us from the beginning of an academic issue all the way until it's resolved. Others come to academic support just to get information or to ask questions, and others just decide that our service just isn't right for them. When the time comes for you to part ways with us, know that program staff is still committed to your success, and you're always welcome to stay in contact with us. And some final notes about our service that we think all students should know before they contact us is that we're confidential. Your identity and information aren't shared without your knowledge or consent. We don't talk about your issue to anyone but you. Next is communicative. So after you reach out to us, you can expect a reply within 2 business days. Knowledgeable. So like Sharka has said, and like I said, we really strive to make your rights and the policy processes easy to understand because we want you to be able to make informed decisions that you're confident about. And lastly is responsive. We do prioritize and hear and support your goals. Every option and action taken in the resolution process is directed by you and with your consent. So how do you contact us? Online is the best way. So on this page, you're going to see a QR code and a URL, both take you to the same place. So you can go ahead and scan this or screenshot this page and save this information in case you're facing an academic issue. Here's a little bit more about the Student Association. We are online. So here's our Instagram, our Facebook, and our Twitter. These are really great places to follow if you want to know the events that the SA is hosting, important dates concerning academic deadlines. So things such as appeals deadlines or registration, all of those are shared on our social media platforms. And if you're on campus, drop by our in-person office at these locations on the right-hand side of your screen. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. We have a short survey for you. If you liked this presentation or you're attending other SA Orientation Week events, please fill out a survey for every event that you join. We want to hear what you liked and what you didn't like, and you're entered into a draw to win some great prizes, including gift cards. Thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you.